Welcome back, everybody. This is Reactor League going through a Rogue Company video for Ronin. Now this is going to be what I consider a good guide to go through Ronin when you're playing Strikeout mode. It's a little bit different when you're doing Demolition, as you don't get as much money from it and you won't get as many kills. But from me playing Strikeout as much as I have, this seems to be one of the best characters to start off with, especially if you're getting used to the game. So as you can see here, you got Ronin. Right off the bat, you're going to notice one of her abilities is she's got a ballistic knife. Now, one of the best things about that knife is if you can throw it and you can hit one of your enemies, it's pretty much an automatic kill. However, you can also take this ballistic knife, you can throw it and plant it anywhere on a wall, and if somebody comes by it, it's basically like a trip mine. It'll explode. Now, only downside about this is that the ballistic knife does glow and it does pulse, so it is possible for the other team to see it. But ballistic knife is what I consider one of the best weapons, at least to start off with, because you can use that for offense and for defense if you want to try to put one right behind you. Also, you notice the passive on Ronin is that you are immune to reveals and enemy radar detection. So obviously you're more stealthy and you can get around without having to worry about getting pinged or show up somewhere on a map if somebody has that ability. And as you scroll down, you have the customization areas, you have the armory. The SLC weapon, as you can tell here, it is a submachine gun. It does 12 on body damage, but the fire rate is an insane 15. I don't recall seeing a base one that's any faster than that. The pros on that is that you're going to basically just mow through people. The cons is that if you're not very accurate, you're going to mow through your bullets and then you're going to be stuck trying to get reload. Then you go to the KA-30 assault rifle. Now this is the one I choose the most. Now the body damage is a little bit higher than the SLC, as it should be for an assault rifle. The range is a little further. The fire rate is lower. Now granted, that sounds like, well, why would you want that? It also means you don't run out of your bullets quicker and you won't have to reload. And the reload time isn't much different. I mean, it's basically half a second longer, not huge. Now, when you go to the secondary weapons, the pistols, personally, I don't use them unless if by some miracle I am completely out of ammo on one of the main primary weapons, or if I have to do that for some kind of a contract, daily contract. I know there's a seasonal contract where you get pistol kills and pistol headshots. Katanas, because if you have the katana, you've got now two weapons to throw, and the damage is not nearly as bad as, ballistic knife. But it is another weapon to throw at somebody, especially if you run out of grenades. Smoke grenade, the only reason I would ever take one of these smoke grenades is if I feel like I'm going to get into a fight where I'm going to need to withdraw. I don't do that very often, so I usually don't pull a smoke grenade. It's better to save and keep the regular grenades. As you can tell, the grenades here, they can be cooked, so you can throw it with a very short detonation time. Once you buy tier 1 and tier 2, now the radius of the explosion is greater, and the damage basically means that if you hit somebody with a grenade, whether they have armor or not, it should be an automatic kill. Now, when you go to the perks, you're going to see Berserker, Evade, Nimble Hands, Tenacity, Replenish, and Tracker Rounds. When I go into the game in a little bit, I'll show you how I do this, but the very first one I always buy is going to be Replenish down on tier 3 on the left. The main reason for that is, if you notice, as soon as you get a kill or down somebody, not only do you get full ammunition back, but your weapon gets automatically reloaded. You don't have to worry about reloading. You can just, if you've got 2 or 3 people there, and if you're good enough, you can just unload one at a time and kill everybody without even having to worry about running out of bullets. If you were to go to another perk after that, the next one I would probably grab would be Tracker Rounds, and that's only because you'll be able to help your team out by, if you can tag somebody that's going around a corner everybody knows where they're going without having to actually ping them. I'm going to go ahead and get into a practice game. Alright, now that we've rejoined the game, I'm going to show you what order I go ahead and do these in. Like I said, swap over to the KA-30 so you can get some better shots in, and take a grenade. That way you've got your grenade, you've got your ballistic knife, and you've got a main weapon. And once I'm on the ground, we'll rejoin and I'll show you what to do with the ballistic knife that makes it so special. Now that we're on the ground, when you want to use the ballistic knife, you hit the left and right buttons, right bumper buttons at the same time. That brings up the knife. And then you target it with the left trigger. Now sometimes what people do, I'll show you in a second here, is throw them off to the left or off to the right. What I choose to do is go up top because it's a little harder for somebody to go underneath and say shoot it here or shoot it there. People don't often look right above you. And at that point you also can't shoot it down. Like I said, right about there is where I use a pistol because I've run out of weapons. Now, the nice thing about the ballistic knife is it does recharge and the other one is still there. So if you're in the match long enough, you can make this last a while. And as you can see way in the back, I got somebody with that ballistic knife knocked to the ground. Now that round is won, we're going to see the next round of how I usually advance some of these props. So like I said, the next one I would take would be replenished. That way I shouldn't have to worry about running out of ammo like you saw in that last game. Once I have that done, the next one's kind of random. Upgrading the KA is not bad, but I'd rather have a little bit better radius on the grenade. So I usually take that one next. And once I get to the ground, we'll go through and try to get some more kills so I can see how round 3 could be for the advancement. And again, you can cook the grenade and you can toss it. I think I got somebody, but I'm not 100% sure. And again, the placement of the ballistic knife is all depending on what the map is. For example, I would probably put one right up here, as it's slightly covered. And you can see the glow, but it is covered. People may not spot it right away. Go ahead and kill them off really quickly. Always try to keep near the zone, because remember, if you lose the zone in Strikeout, when the timer runs out, one of your lives gets taken away. One of your respawn lives. Right there, a whole bunch of shots to kill off half the team, and they're already down to 3 respawns left. And as soon as I got that done, but I got about 5 people down without having to reload. It is extremely important to get that replenished, in my opinion, with this game. It's also helpful if people res you, which is always good. Already down to 1, and there we go, another round done. But at this point, I've got enough where I can basically fully upgrade the grenade and the gun, so I should have more shots on my magazine. The accuracy and the recoil is increased, and the damage range and getting my weapon ready faster after sprinting. And always be like Thor and go for the head. Now see if I can get one right on the edge of that board there when somebody comes around up the stairs. And remember, when they have shields, always aim for the feet. They can't guard everything. And unfortunately, I got killed. As you can see, every time I kill them, I'm getting all of my ammo back and reloaded. I'm going to leave myself out there to make this a little faster. Probably not going to get it, and we already won the game, so again, it doesn't matter. But again, 34 kills, 3 rounds, you're averaging 11 kills a round. And as you can see, doing that, 34 kills, died 5 times, although I'm not going to put too much into that because it's basically, you know, again, it's practice. I'm pretty sure those were bots. Once you get the hold of this character, I believe she's one of the best ones in the game. So once again, that was a quick guide on how to do Ronin for Strikeout. If you have any comments, you have any concerns, things that are better about it, things that I didn't cover, feel free to let me know in the comment section below. Please like and subscribe, and I'll try to bring some more content to you, including other characters, as I can. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good one.